Okay, guys, today we're going to be reading the story of Annie Oakley. Your essential question is, how do I determine the illusions and exaggerations in a tall tale? A tall tale is part of a genre called traditional literature. They consist of stories such as folk tales, fairy tales, myths, fables, legends, and tall tales that are passed down from one generation to another in different cultures. An exaggeration is a statement that represents something as better or worse than it really is. And an illusion is something that looks or seems different from what it is, something that is false or not real, but that seems to be true or real. Tall tales are fictional stories that stretch the truth. Tall tales usually include larger than life characters and exaggerations. Now we get into the text of Annie Oakley. Can a petite woman be the best shot in the West? Her name was Phoebe Moses, and she was born in Darke County, Ohio in 1860, and she could shoot the head off a running quail when she was 12 years old. Once, at the invitation of Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany, she knocked the ashes off a cigarette he was holding in his mouth. When she shot out the great exhibition marksman Frank Buckler, he fell in love with her, and they were ideally happy the rest of their long lives. She could handle a rifle or a six-gun with the artistry unsurpassed by that of any human being before her time or probably since. And when she appeared with Sitting Bull and other notables in Colonial Cody's Wild West show, she thrilled your father and mother not as Phoebe Ann Oakley Moses, but as Little Sure Shot, the immortal Annie Oakley. Annie Oakley, the poor backcountry orphan girl who made her way to worldwide fame, was the very spirit of personal independence. That spirit is just as much alive in our generation as it was in hers. It is among the great assets of our people and our nation. And it is one very great reason why our country's savings bonds are perhaps the finest investment in the world today. Make that investment work for you. Increase your personal independence and your family security by buying bonds regularly starting now. For your own security and your country's too. Invest in U.S. savings bonds from a 1955 U.S. government advertisement.